Councilman Martavius Jones and Chase Carlisle. Gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us. We'll talk all things council in just a moment, but let's start with the latest. And of course, so many heavy hearts across Memphis. I know you all have both spoken out on the recent violence, but I want to start with the latest, and that's the fact that the suspect in the Fletcher case, we've learned stunning developments that he was accused in a rape that happened in 2021. The rape kit was submitted, but it wasn't completed, the analysis, until 11 months later. TBI blames a staffing shortage. Memphis police, they said, didn't request a rush. Here we are more than a decade after us exposing a backlog of rape testing kits and still having a conversation about victims, female victims, being delayed, denied justice. Chairman, let me start with you.
You know, learning about this morning was very disturbing for me. You would think that with the challenges that we've had in the past, we shouldn't have to request a rush for these type of things. You know, I can understand the staffing challenges, but when it comes to areas like this, it should always be a sense of urgency when it comes to processing rape kits, in my opinion.
Chase, do you think this is going to create any change now that this has been brought to light?
If there's one thing that I've learned in my time on the council, is to utilize our platform to bring these things out into the public and stay consistent about them. Typically can have a positive impact, but I'm with Chairman Jones. I was floored. My heart sank. And certainly on Tuesday, I intend to ask at least CJ Davis, who will be there, you know, what is the process? Why are we here? I really don't appreciate the TBI and the MPD pointing fingers at each other. There's no time for that. The public deserves to feel safe and that we're doing our job. And honestly, I would tell Chief Davis, fine, make an expedited request on every single kit we send in then from going forward. But I really do want to learn more about the process, but I share Chairman Jones's exact sentiments. Just absolutely floored.
Councilman Carlisle, you were also pretty outspoken on social media about how this case needs to be handled. I'd like to get reaction from both of you in this, because we had not only this, but of course a 19-year-old allegedly that went on a spree, and now even today the juveniles in the case related to Reverend Dr. Artura Eason Williams will be back in court. So we're talking repeatedly about young people in this debate over what they should face, whether it be in criminal court or juvenile court. Again, Councilman Carlisle, you were pretty outspoken recently about that.
Yeah, first let me say that this is a very complex issue. I think oftentimes people want to simplify it into, you know, into two camps of police and law and order, and the other side being, you know, resources, and I think it's both. And I know Chairman Jones has talked about, you know, matter of priorities, but specific to my comments is that one, I knew Liza Fletcher. My wife was friends with her since they were in elementary school, so it triggered a lot of for me. But we have laws on the books, and we have mechanisms within the justice systems for those very special, specific, heinous types of crimes for heinous individuals. And just for me, it'll be up to a judge and a jury, but I believe that the district attorney needs to seek all remedies under law, and that includes the possibility of the death penalty. And my position is not going to change on that. As for the juvenile system, I think, and I'll let Martavius step in here, but it's very complex. I think there's a lot that I'd like to understand more of, but I know this. I know that without more resources for more counseling services, more intervention specialists, the amount of ACEs, the adverse childhood experiences, if we don't start addressing those things now, we'll never change the future of it.
Councilman Jones, speaking of those ACEs, there have been a number of both city and state leaders and others that have spoken out, and I know you also talked about healing and some other things, but addressing those sort of root cause issues as well, that it doesn't have to be an either or.
Well, it has to be both, and we have to operate on parallel paths. One of the things that I learned from my school board days, whether bad or good, all behavior is learned. So I don't think that any of these children came out and said that, you know, voluntarily without being exposed. You know, we can go into this question whether it's nature versus nurture, but we as adults, we need to wrap all of our resources, wrap all of our arms around these children to prevent these type of things from happening. This is a societal issue. This is an adult issue. And I think that we need to make sure that we have adequate resources in order to address some of these behaviors when these young people are in their formative ages. We're talking elementary school before they get to 14, 15, 16, 17 years old.
Absolutely. I mean, they're in you look at Ezekiel Kelly and both Cleotha Abson's cases, and when they first made contact with the justice system, they were already in gangs at early ages. One was an abandoned child, the other's father was already locked up. I mean, Martavis is exactly right. The intervention has to start early. And I would say, to add to that, that we need partnership from the state and federal government for resources, both in policy and money. Tennessee's sitting on a $2 billion surplus. We have a lot of good uses that we could put those resources to. And I think Chairman Jones will agree with me. We're going to spend a lot of time getting ready for the next legislative season with the General Assembly, asking for specific things to help shore that up.
Tomorrow, the meeting. Do you have anything at the top of your list that you're ready to get into?
Chairman?
We have a committee agenda that's 4 pages long. I can't remember the last time that we had one. So I think we might need to borrow some hours from the next meeting in order to accomplish and discuss everything that we have on tap for tomorrow.
Well, we're running out of time here, so maybe the next go around we'll have more time to talk about that. But certainly addressing some very serious issues in a community, in our community, that we know we all want to fight for good. Gentlemen,
Indeed.
Councilman, thank you all so much for being with us this morning.
Thanks for having us.